Stampers, this is Barb Reed, the Wexford Stamper, and today is my Tuesday Facebook Live. I have Facebook Lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 o'clock. Hi, Joanne. Welcome. Come on in. We have a fun one today, and we are definitely in holiday mode, and last week was Santa week, and we made some really fun Santa projects. If you're interested in any of those, just go to my YouTube channel. That is the Wexford Stamper. And all those projects will be on there, as well as my blog. Now, today starts Penguin Week. Hi, Lisa. And we have the cutest, most cute little box we're going to be making today. It is a slider box, and inside it holds some lovely chocolates. And this is a really fun box to make and very easy. And as you can see, I'm using paper from the Snowflake Splendor Suite. We've been using a lot of that paper, love it. But we're also using another one of my favorites from the set, which is the Freezin Fun stamp set. And this is the set of dies that goes with it. But these are adorable. I've made so many projects using this, but since it's Penguin Week, this was one of the first stamp sets that jumped into my mind. I just love theirs. You have a penguin, you have a seal, and a raccoon, and a bunny, and you can use your blends to color them in, and they're really adorable. So we're going to be using the FREEZIN Fun, and that is a cling stamp, and the dies. And for the sentiment on the front of the box, we're going to be using the Wrapped in Christmas. And this one I've got my money's worth out of, definitely for sure, using all these wonderful sentiments. We're going to use It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. So that is the products that we're going to be using today. And here it is in the catalog on page 69. It gives you a little bit of an example of gives you some sample cards. I made so many cards using it with the plaid tidings paper that I've just enjoyed this paper and this set so much. All right, so let's get started here. Here is the box, and let's see, the box measures approximately 4.5 by 2 and by 1.5 by 1.5. All right, 4.5 by 1.5 by 1.5. So it's the perfect size. The box was made to hold these chocolates, but I'm sure there's a lot of other things you can put in there as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started on the box first. All right, what are we going to need here? We're going to use, and I'm noticing that my paper is really blending into my work mat here. This is some that I got from on stage, and I felt like I wanted to use it, but now I've got my Pacific Point paper out here, and it blends right in. But I am going to be using a piece of Pacific Point, and it is cut at 9 by 6.5. All right, now I'm going to grab my scoring board. And this is very simple. We're going to score on each side at 1 and 2.5. Turn the paper. Make sure you get it in the right track. 1, 2.5. Turn the paper. And the reason we're doing this is we're going to be making a reinforced side on the box, because since it's a slider box and we're going to have the little pull ribbon on the one end, the box needs to be a little stronger. So this box is going to have a reinforced side on all 4 sides. All right, that's what we did. We did a 1 and a 2.5 on each side. All right, then I'm going to take my bone folder, and we're going to go ahead and fold on all our score lines and crease those. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's a little windy out today, a little cold, but still a lovely fall day. Joe took a long time this weekend raking all the leaves and getting them into a pile on the road. I can't wait till he comes home and sees that they're all over. They're all over the yard again. All right, so here is our piece of paper. Okay, now, before we get cutting into the box for making flaps and such, we're going to cut off the 3 rectangles that kind of make the corner on each corner. All right, so let's do that. Okay, so it's actually 2 rectangles and a square. Okay, we're going to cut those off on all 4 sides. Okay, so I'm going to cut off the rectangle and the square and this rectangle as well. Okay, same thing over here. These are pieces that are not needed because all we're really going to need is this piece here for the flap that goes inside, and then all these pieces here are the double-sided walls of the box. So these are just extra pieces that we really don't need. All right. Okay, so this is what you have, just cutting the corners all off. Okay, now we're going to get busy on making the flap. So with the box in portrait mode, I'm going to, let's see. Nope, I think we're going to do it this way. We're going to cut up. Let's cut this little off here. We're going to cut up here. I'm sorry, let's do it in landscape. Okay, sorry. And we're going to cut up this flap, and then you're going to take away a little bit of the edges so it'll have a cleaner fit inside the box. So this is going to fold back behind the long side. All right. Now I'm also giving these a little bit of a wedge just so they fit in a little better, but then we're going to do the same thing here again. Up 1 score line, then cut out the little wedges. Okay, wedge this a little bit because this goes inside the box and we don't want too much paper along the edges. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other landscape side. Cut up like that, and up like that. All right, and then we're going to want to do a little wedge here. That's going to tuck inside the box, as well as this side is going to tuck in. So it's going to make each side of the box double-sided, just to give it a little more structure, a little more strength. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Now we're ready to bring in some glue. I'm going to pull out my Tombow, and I'm going to put some on these flaps right here and these flaps right here. Okay. Then I'm going to, as we always do with a box, we're just going to fold it behind the side panel and line up the fold with the edge of the panel. Okay, hold it for a minute. Okay, do same thing on the other side. So these are basic steps that we would make for any box, but you're going to notice that you have this extra piece here, and that is the double wall that we'll get to in a minute. Okay, so we're going to fold these in on the other end as well, and hold that down. And then inside, last one, and hold that down. So we basically have a regular box that we would make, and we have these extra flaps on top. Okay, now what is great about these flaps is they give the side strength so that when you pull it, no you won't, Joanne, you can do it. And you they will hold in and secure the flaps that are inside the box already, and then they will give the sides of the box a little bit of strength, since we're going to be pulling and tugging with the little ribbon pull. Then I'm going to fold these over, and they go directly inside the box, and see how they're going to double the strength on the sides. Now what I find is a great way to get them to stay is I'll fold them in and push them, but then I will lay the box on its side, use my bone folder, and really go over it. And then they don't move. Same thing on both ends. Okay, so there is your box, reinforced box. All right, now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put on our little ribbon pull. So I'm going to need a punch, and I'm going to go in on either side about, I went right as close to the center as I could get, just kind of eyeballing it, and I punch it out, and there is your hole. Then I'm going to bring in, I have some of this ribbon. You can use anything that coordinates. And what I do is I take the ribbon and I form the little pull. So I take it like this and I double it up, and then I tie the knot on the end. This is probably the hardest part for me, feeding it through the hole, just because of my large fingers. They don't fit well into small boxes. All right, so there's the pull, and I'm gonna cut this a little smaller. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go inside the box, and I'm gonna get my little poker here, and we're gonna go inside the box, and we're going to push the ribbon end, not the knot end, the ribbon end through the hole. And I think I'm gonna do a little, just gonna fold it over and push it through here. And when I see it coming into the hole here, I'm gonna pull it through the other end. And there you have it. There is my pull on that box. Okay, so you wanna tie the pull before you thread it through. It's just easier that way. And then I can cut that off a little more there, so we don't have a real long tag that is interfering with the chocolate. So there is the bottom portion, the box. All right, so now we need to make the little wrap that goes around our box. Okay, so this is the portion we finished. So now we're going to go ahead and make the wrap. It's really just like a giant belly band that covers the whole thing. Now, you will need to use your your trimmer for this one, because there are some measurements that are 1/16. Okay, don't blame me. I didn't come up with this one, somebody else did. Now I'm looking for my paper. Here we go. So your belly band or your wrap is sized at 6 5/8 by 4 1/16. Don't worry, I'll put all of this on my blog by the end of the week. All right, so we're going to have to use our trimmer here because we have a couple of 1/16 at the end. All right, so our first measurement is going to be at 1/2. So I'm going to lay it at 1/2 right there. And remember, we're going to take our, let me make sure that stayed at 1/2. My finger had a little glue on it. Yep, that's good. All right. You're going to use your light gray one for the trimmer, because this one is just going to give you your crease line or your score. So we have 1/2. Then we're going to slide it out to 2. Score again. Now here come the ones that are a little smaller. 6 9/16. That's just 6 8/16 is 3 9/16. 3 9/16. So that's 1 past 3 1/2. So here's 3 1/2, and just the next notch over is 3 9/16. And then the last one is 5 1/16. So it's just one little mark past 5. All right, so those are our marks for our wrap. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and grab my bone folder again, and we'll fold up on all the score lines. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put some Tombow glue right along here. That's the smallest rectangle. Then I'm going to fold the other end over and gently push down on there. And we just pop it open. And there we have it. Let's go ahead and put it on. Come on, you. Don't give me trouble today. It's windy out there. Something up. I see what it is. The little edge is interfering a little bit. So we want to put that toward the top. There we go. All right, so there we go. Okay, right through. Okay, and since this is a little more, I'm going to put it the other way. Let's go this way. I don't want to have the edge showing. So let's go ahead. Once you get it in once and you get it sliding, it's a lot easier. I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble today, but it is. Okay, come on, you. There we go. I'm telling you folks here. There we go. Oh, gee, you thought that was just a very difficult task. Just for me today. So there we go. We have our wrap or belly band on our box. And see, when you do pull here, you want to hold the box kind of gently. And this pulls out. And see, since it is the double, it takes a lot more of a pull. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to do our decorating on top. All right, for the first thing we're due, I took a Whisper White stitched oval from the Stitched Shapes dies, and on that I'm going to stamp It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. And again, that one is from the Wrapped in Christmas stamp set, or you can put whatever Christmas sentiment you have laying around in your craft room. This box can be made using any of the beautiful holiday designer series paper. All right, and we did that in the Misty Moonlight. Okay, and next I stamped and cut out one of these cute little penguins from the FREEZIN Fun stamp set. It has a coordinating die that you can cut it out quickly, no fussy cutting. So there he is right there. I cut him out in Whisper White. I'm going to grab some blends here and show you how I colored it. I used the dark gray instead of the black, but you can use black as well. I think I'm going to go with the smaller point. There we go. And so I use the dark smoky slate. There is actually a light basic black as well if you've got the blends, but I just like the gray because you can see the lines of the outline lines, that the black memento, and I like those to be seen on those. So that's why I use the dark gray instead of a black. And then he has this little piece of hair here. That's so cute. He is just adorable. I've used him on a lot of different projects, that's for sure. Now I have my dark balmy blue, which obviously matches beautifully with our paper. And I'm going to color in his scarf and his little stocking cap using the dark balmy blue blend. Let's get the rest of his scarf here. All right, so there he is with his cute little scarf. And then the last thing I need to color in, hi Anne, welcome, is his little feet and his beak. And I'm going to be using the pumpkin pie for that. Lots of different oranges you could try there, and the Calypso coral works very well. So just see what you have in your craft room. I'm sure something will work there. And there is his little beak. So there he is. Isn't he the most adorable little guy? All right, now all we have left to do is put these pieces on top of our box. I'm going to grab some dimensionals, and I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on the back of this stitched oval. And I'm just going to put that right up here on top of the box. And then the last thing I need to do is put a couple dimensionals on the back of my penguin. And then he's going to go right beside, right there. Oh, I'm not done, not done, not done. Dory always tells me I better put bling on something because she doesn't think I use enough bling. So I'm going to show her today. I'm going to use some of these blue adhesive backed gems. These are also in the suite with all this beautiful paper. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my pick tool and grab one with the pick tool, not with my thumb. And then I'm going to put him right on top, and then I'm going to put one on the bottom. Come on, you. Let go. There's one. And there we go. 2. There it is. There is the finished product with the bling and all. So I know these chocolates are very easy to find. I found them right at the register at the Target. They're also in the candy section. Sometimes it's a little hard to find the 3-packs, but we found them yesterday at the Target right at the register. So just keep your eye out for those. It's a great gift, nice and quick to make, and something somebody will really, really enjoy. So that is the slider box for today. And for Thursday, we have another penguin themed project, and we are going to make this pendulum card using the same set. And I'm going to show you how you can make the little moving piece for this one. And I'll give you a hint, it includes a penny. Okay, so join me again on Thursday, and I will show you how to make this cute little pendulum card. Take care and have a great week, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye now.